Where's my jewelry, Ken?
Here it is.
Okay, thank you.
Here, wait. You
Some
gotta take a
things
picture.
never change. Wait,
Wrong side? Wait,
Yep.
excuse me. Always. This was always the side. All yours, dear.
gonna have to be very sweet to Dennis. Thank you. Thank you. Time's up. I wanted to start out by saying, I think Ms. Taylor and I said this was something akin to a freak fest because it is your life coming back, people who have meant so much to you. You can't say it was the best parts of your life, but one, two, oh yeah, all the way down. And it was a golden time, and that's not to sound like an old person or whatever. It truly was. There was a certain nobility, a real objectivity, a sense of public service. And when I came in, like Kathy Clark and Adrian Alpert, people with really bad hair could get into the business. No Brazilian blowout back then. So I just want to say that I have found my spiritual home in Ocean Beach, where we live, because it's the closest thing I could find to a television operation. Specifically newsroom. I just want to say to Sue Strom over there, I talked to Kathy Clark yesterday, who can't be here because she had a death in the family, and I just want to say that Kathy and I, Sue, both acknowledged that we were not there for your induction into the Silver Circle, and we feel really bad, and you almost didn't make it there yourself because your GPS lied. So Dennis was good enough to step in. I requested, I beseeched, I groveled, I flat out begged, and he made me do that. Why? Because he's unfailingly classy, because he is politically correct. I almost have to take that back. And he was my first San Diego co-anchor, and I think we all know you never forget your first. So I didn't. Flip side, a little cranky, kind of like Bill Tucci, but just a little. But he's particular, and he finally got married because he found a gorgeous, long-limbed, loving, brilliant woman to marry him, Jen. And she would be here, but she's studying because she's in law school. Smart. Okay. Now, Sue, I just want to say one more thing. I'm sort of relieved Kathy can't be here because she knows way too much, as does Sue Strom. And 30 years worth, and I just want to say that we have traveled together with our respective spouses, the six of us, and we have traveled to many foreign locales where at any time you guys could have escaped easily, and no one would blame you if you did, and you stayed on. I just want to thank you, Sue, for being the kind of friend you are. Fred Saxon and his lovely Lori. Were we subversive on the news or what for all those years? Because management didn't pay attention to what we were saying. It was how we looked, and it was just evil. It really was, until they caught on, or whatever it was they did. And you could work a camera like no one I've ever seen. Laurie, you've made his life so much better. And John Coleman and the lovely wife, Dave Scott. Oh, Linda couldn't be here, so Dave Scott is filling in. And I just want to say the wisdom that you have, oh, and your lovely bride, Linda, I just want to say that the wisdom and perspective that you imparted to me have meant so much. And not only that, I think that if Coleman liked you, that was really good, because if he doesn't like you, really, would you nod your head if you agree that you're difficult, really difficult? really, really difficult. I adore you, and thank you for believing so much in me. Anyway, I want to say Betty Foss, the lovely lady in white, and next to her, Pat Bayer. Betty Foss is my longtime neighbor, my dear friend. Next to her, I was introduced to Pat Bayer through Betty. They may not look like it, they are wild women, they are girlfriends. I adore them, and I learned that age has nothing to do with being cool. And Pat and I do share a certain passion for a certain Mark Harmon, so we'll just leave that at that. Mike Beltucci, I just want to say quickly, you shouldn't have canceled Inside San Diego, Ed. That was a great show to do, but I know everything has its time. And what you said about Mike Beltucci, I had a boss who once said, your department head is the best we have in the station. And I said, why is that? And he said, because he fights for his people. And you always did that. There was never a job that was too humble. I can remember telethons, he's sweeping, whatever it was. A man of his word, honorable man, and contrarian, sometimes unnecessarily, I think. But if he believed in you, you would so go to bat for us, and you don't forget those things at all. And I just want to remind you, and Bill Griffith, what a gem, so much nicer than Dennis. Where are you? You were a joy, and we had a delicious time, didn't we? We also did restaurant reviews, just for the record, okay? Except we knew nothing about cuisine, so we focused on the restrooms. Remember, we'd always talk about the restrooms, and they were spotless, or they could have used a little cleaning. So, Whitney Southwick, I just want to say, you haven't changed. I don't know what you do or who you go to, but it works. I look at people like Coleman, you, let's see, who else has been married as many times? We truly raise the group average. We really do. Just keep doing it till you get it right. I just want to say, Whitney finally approved of you, Tim. He didn't like anybody else I dated, any previous husbands, and he thinks you're terrific, so thank you very, very much. One more thing, and one more thing I want to say, Susan Taylor, back in the day, we would hang out. I may have dated a friend of hers, and we may have had some really, really fun times, and there may have been an incident. I'm just going to say lobster shells and Chardonnay. And the time you busted me at the Hilton when I said I couldn't go to a wedding because I had, and of course it was a Channel 39 party, and it was held at the same venue, so busted! One more thing I want to say is, you see this? 4SD, high definition. 51505, Channel 4 San Diego, forefront number 76. Watch your local listings. Do y'all still run it? Do you still run it? I didn't think so. Okay. 60 minutes worth. Here's what I'll tell you. Dennis did the most beautiful job of interviewing me and putting together my life and my love here in San Diego. And I just want to say, I also had it dubbed, but I'm not going to put any of it on because all you'll talk about would be, God, she was really thin back then. Her hair, that was butch, okay? And so most of you have seen me. There are some great moments, and I prefer that you keep them in your heart and your imagination. And thank you very, very much for truly honoring me. Thank you.